morning. It would help if I pulled up everything I needed to in it.
I think Ray is asleep.
Yeah, she probably is, and that's fine. It's fine. I'm not. It's fine. Because you guys, it's mainly probably gonna be, quote, administrative stuff today. Alright, hello, chat. As I lose my Google. How do you lose Google? Good morning. We are playing. Welcome back to Let Sleeping Angels Lie. Angels are sleeping. I am awake. I should be sleeping. Yes, I know it is daylight, but I work night shift. But yeah, no, thank you for coming and watching. Thank you for our sponsors for making all of this possible. And thank you guys for watching. We do have a Discord. We do have a Patreon, so come join those, hang out, support the channel, talk to people. Even if you're a hermit like me, there's people to talk to. There are other hermits in the world. But yeah, so that is all I've got for right now. If you guys want to introduce yourselves, let's start with Nuka today.
Okay. Hi, I'm Nuka. I'm playing Pashini, who's a dream druid, and she doesn't understand anything about the world. She's a little dick centaur, is tiny, and isn't afraid of anything.
Bakura.
Hi, I'm Phil. Also, Bakura Rafa on Twitter, and today I'll be playing a Seer Palander, Tiefling War Cleric, who has that realization that's going to come up very soon.
Phoenix.
Hello there, everybody. I'm Phoenix 24/7 on Twitter and such. Today I'll be playing Alucard, gender nonconforming Battlemaster fighter Dragonborn / one level in Paladin, who is like reconnecting to faith stuff and is like, well, maybe this will be a thing, and then suddenly an archangel is there, so well, this will probably definitely be a thing. So yeah.
Good morning. With the archangels. Yep. I am the Lady Ori with the underscores in it. I'm too tired to try and put them in there, because I'll mess it up. But yeah, you can find me everywhere at the Lady Ori with the underscores in it. I am the angel that's telling the story. So, we are at this moment missing a player. She may or may not be here today, I'm not sure. So, if she does, she'll join us late. It's fine. We'll see Ray as soon as we can, whenever we do. So, hopefully she'll be here. But if not, that's perfectly fine. She probably needs the rest. But, so last week, you guys went back to the keep and discovered that Magnus was missing in action, either of his own volition or of other reasons, and his son does not know where he is. And Pashini broke into his room and woke him up in the middle of the day.
He's got a new friend.
And he wasn't happy about being woke up in the middle of the day, because he's a vampire, you know, they don't like that. But then you guys went to the keep, re-summoned Inavoik, who admitted to having something to do with the death of one of the Arcadian archangels, and you found a set of circles on the floor, engraved in the floor in the sanctuary of the keep, that allows them to track the status of the seals on the Holy Flame. and one of those is correct, and it does bear the name of the archangel that was killed. So, you guys fought him, got him down to nearly nothing health, and by nearly nothing I mean like 1 hit point. And then a visitor showed up that no one was expecting at all. Even Naval, who's standing in the room, was very surprised at this visitor, who pretty much dusted in a void without even thinking about it. And that's where we left off, was you guys turning around, seeing the image of the Archangel Oriole.
I'm guessing I kind of figure out exactly who this is straight off.
You can roll religion. Or actually roll history, because you've seen the statue.
I suppose I have to do the same thing as well.
You can do with advantage. Because of your
16.
deal with Michael.
I mean,
You know who it is.
So, like, Pashina's gonna roll for it anyway, but she still won't comprehend.
Yeah, as a Sir
Like,
kind of
she
realizes,
knows who it is, but she's just like,
yeah, as Sir realizes who it is and kind of realizes the situation, Warhammer drops. He undoes the shield, drops that, walks
The
to a
thing isn't
respectable
working.
distance. So walks to kind of a respectable distance in front of the Archangel, and then just takes a knee.
Okay.
Pashini's bouncing up and down. She's just like,
Flame glow is so pretty, and that was amazing. And
she's just in awe.
Alucard, I'm gonna ignore your rolls and say you know who this is.
Yeah, because the extension isn't working on my Google Chrome, so
Oof. Okay, try refreshing the page.
I did. It's
Okay.
saying that no VTT is available for this specific campaign. So
Do
something
you
like
have the Roll20 page open?
that. I do.
I don't know why.
Mine says that all the time.
Yeah,
and
mine
still
says it all the
works,
time and it
so-
still lets me do it, so I don't know why it's...
Just check, double click the little icon
She's
for
a good
the
email.
Beyond 20 and see if there's any.
She's a good email.
If it's set to like only roll 20 tabs or this campaign or this specific tab, select all VTT tabs.
We are experiencing technical difficulties. We will be back in 1 moment.
That we are. Dun, dun.
Oh, wait, say that again, Luca.
So if you click on the little icon up in the corner for the roll D&D Beyond roll 20
Mm-hmm.
thing, down below there should be an option that says send Beyond 20 rolls to. You can set it to only roll 20 tabs or all VTT tabs, which I have at all VTT tabs and it works. So I don't know if that's been changed for you or not.
Sophia, she's a good
As far as I can, I am trying to figure that out. It's just acting up. I'm not certain
Okay.
why.
I'll roll if you need me to do it. I've got
Thank you.
Nadine up, so I'll just pull you up too.
Thank you.
So
But, at least in game wise, Alucard knows this. They would just probably also do the same as this here. Probably a little more awkwardly, despite like having grown up religiously. There's an element of like literally holding a sword of like holy divine radiance, and then there's it's just the reaction of like, oh hi, a god just appeared in the room. I don't know quite how to react, so also go down on one knee and just kind of try and be as respectful as I can.
Sophie, she's a good
You hear Percy and he just go,
so how long will it take for me to learn that?
and she just points at where Innovogue was.
She just kind of. She's very short. She's very short. She's like 5'2", maybe. She just has a big presence about her. She looks towards Asir and Elikard, who have gone down to one knee, and she kind of acknowledges, like, gives them a nod of approval, and then there's Bashini. So she looks over at Bashini, and it's just...
She waves. She's just jumping.
I don't know that you're going to be able to do that.
But I could try.
Sure.
You just see Bashini just trying.
You two may rise. No. I was tired of the laughing. So he needed to stop. So I made him stop. No. And she kind of looks over at Naval, who is doing like bowing with a hand back, wings splayed out, like being all completely submissive to her, as you've not seen him act before, because the few encounters you've had with him, he's been all like puffed up and arrogant.
Even as she said to rise a series, no, at this point, still down one layer at the point.
I want you guys to roll perception on her.
Perception or insight?
23. Bashini's paying close attention to any
Is it
spells she
perception or
makes.
insight?
Perception. I want you to see if I want to see if you notice something on her.
Oh boy. Oh no. Not bad.
Might have to roll for me on this one, Ari.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think I
sorry.
figured out the problem, but it'll take me a second to get it up.
My brain just died. Yeah, hold on. No, I don't want Discord. I want one of the 5,000 Google tabs that I've got up. Perception is where. Perception is where. There you are. You think as much as I use D&D Beyond, I would know where perception is. Alright. Alucard, you don't notice this. Pashini and Bakura, or Asir, the paintings that you have seen of her and the statues, depending. You've probably seen a few of each. All of them have those
Got it
glowing... Huh? Oh, you fixed it.
Yeah, continue.
All of them have those glowing tattoos that cover her arms and her neck and her face and legs. Her right arm is missing one.
Okay,
Would I know which one? If that, where can I know which one is missing?
On the
And potentially
image,
the
on that
symbols?
painting, the one on her, the two bands on her forearm are gone.
Bashini's going to notice this, and she's gonna be like,
Your paintings, she's gonna point. It's like, on your arms are gone. Do you want me to paint some more? Because I got some paint.
and she just holds up like a little, like she grabs from like a bag, just like a little, small little tiny pot that has nice colorful paint in it. And she just holds it up.
No, no. While that would be nice to have, no, thank you.
Okay, but if you ever want me to help, I can do that. I see.
And she just kind of just paints a new spot on her body, and she's like,
Ta-da.
and then goes back to trying to make the flame spell. Like she's trying. She's trying her hardest.
And before she suddenly is a wildfire druid. Just happens. Her wildfire spirit is the Archangel Uriel. But yeah, you notice that marking is gone. You can see on her arm though, where it used to be. There's like a mark on her arm where it used to be, but it's gone. Which is it. Not seeing her in person before, you're not sure if it ever was there, but all the other markings are there that were in the paintings. So that one being gone is kind of weird. But maybe.
Yep.
She looks around the room. She looks at the pile of dust that is now Inavoig, and just kind of looks at it for a second, looks at the circles on the floor, and she sees the crack in the outer circle, the one that said Florian on it. And then she kind of looks down at her arm for a second, and then looks back at the circle, and then looks at you guys.
Pashini smiles.
So, what did he tell you lot?
Yeah.
Enough that I believe with my sincerest apologies and regrets, we may have failed previously, and maybe there was nothing we could have done before had we successfully brought this creature down when we last met, but maybe had we brought him down, maybe they would not have succeeded. Forgive me. Forgive us. And Asir is still on one knee, still just head bowed.
Alucard would be looking still positioned in a spot of reverence, but looking directly in her face, because they've never really known how to face anything other than head on, and would just say, "We tried to kill this being before it could escape before. Immediately after he was revived, we attempted to stop him, and we nearly succeeded, but in a moment of mercy, in the hopes of obtaining more information from one of his allies, they succeeded in shuffling him away. And as a result, we may or may not have contributed to the death of one of your order. I share Aesir's sentiment in apologizing for our failures."
She kind of just does like this for a second. You're not sure if it's out of frustration or something else, if there's any sort of pain there. No. No, he says he helped kill Florian. All he did was orchestrate an open door that needs to be sealed again. No, Florian's death was not the fault of mortals. If anything, it was his own fault for being careless. But that carelessness has caused the seal to break. And which has made me leave home to come here. And I don't do that. So, now I'm here.
Pashini's just gonna make like a little side comment as she's kind of just sitting down, just trying to like figure out the fire thing. And she's gonna be like,
I miss home too.
Say that again?
she's gonna go,
I miss home too.
I can go back. But I've had to
I can too.
leave. And I'm sure you in particular, she looks at Alucard. You know that I don't leave. I have things to do back home. Gods to placate. But it's fine because, you know, this requires more hands-on touch. And she
So-
kind of looks at what?
I just actually kind of finished that as is gonna kind of slightly look at him and go, whatever you need, I am at your service.
But she's just gonna be like, why are you guys being so posh? It's very weird. You guys usually aren't like this. I don't understand. It's very weird. You just talk to people like you normally do because they're all your friends.
Naval just looks at Pashini. And he's just got this most exasperated look on his face. Which is normal. But he's been pretty reverent right now, considering who's in the room. And he's like, do you not understand who this is, little dear?
It's Flameglow.
No. 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 This is the Archangel Oriel.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. You see, I only know Dirt Mommy, but I don't bow to Dirt Mommy. Dirt Mommy's my friend. And she's very nice, and she helps me, so I help her. And that's how we are good friends.
He just looks at Oriel. He just looks at Oriel for help.
Naval is just the meme of the guy from The Office just staring at the camera. It's like what is happening here? What do I even do?
Pretty much. He's just like, I don't even, Mom, help. But she just kind of shakes it off. When Pashini makes the comment, however, about the friends thing, she kind of looks at Pashini. It's not my job to make friends. It is my job to maintain the balance of the scales. And in order to maintain the balance of the scales, I do not make friends. I do not make enemies intentionally. I am the mediator.
Well, that sounds very boring. Everybody needs some friends. Even if you don't want any friends. Because friends make you stronger.
I-
But sometimes your friends are mean and they're not very nice.
I have my. She doesn't really know how to describe Michael to the rest of you in terms that you'll understand. But those of you that know the lore surrounding them, Michael and Uriel are a pair.
This is their relationship status. It's complicated, effectively.
In simple terms, they're pretty much married. In other terms, there's weirdness going on there that mortal brains cannot comprehend. So, but you guys know that the Arcadians are allied together. So if there were friends, it would be them. But that's pretty much it. They don't make friends. They're there to keep the peace between all sides. So they are not good, they're not evil, they just are. So Pashini telling her to make friends is a foreign concept to her that she is never going to understand.
She's like, well, I will be your friend. And you don't treat me any differently as you would anybody else, but I am your friend. And that's what friends do.
Is this just Alucard and Aesir? We just have our jaws to the floor at this moment.
She's pretty much back
Is that-
talking an angel.
That's the impression I'm getting.
She's back talking the equivalent of
A demigod, at the very
pretty
least.
much, yeah.
The dirt mummy chose well.
And the demigod is not sure what to do.
Sarah's not moving, but he wants to go.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if this.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh no! Oh
I
no!
am also afraid.
Okay. She's gonna like finish doing what she's getting a little bit frustrated. She's just gonna go. She's gonna give the archangel a hug.
Yep, that's what I thought.
We're friends now. But I gotta go find my other friend Steve, because he's gone somewhere.
And she goes off and finds Steve.
No, wait. I want you to make a con save.
Okay.
you touched her. You touched her.
You touched a demigod.
20.
Oh, you lucky little shit. Alright.
Alright, Sarah's really good at drawing back in the oven.
You guys see Pacini go up and touch her.
Like full on hug. And I
You
mean
see
like hug her
Pacini
leg.
come up and make full on physical contact with the Archangel of fire and death. Two of her domains are fire and death. And you see Pashini touch her. Had you rolled less than that, you'd been taking fire damage. I'm just gonna tell you that right
That's
now.
fine.
And come off scot-free.
Yeah. And she's as she's kind of hopping away, trying to see where like Steve is, if he's like behind the door or something. She's just gonna be like smiling and waving.
She was very warm. Like, unnaturally warm.
You're just gonna hear her go,
You're very nice to hug.
Anyone else, you guys can feel the heat coming off of her, so you know that that's probably not a true statement.
Apparently true to Pashini.
it is true for Pashini.
That
And I'm
Torn
resistant to fire.
That should be telling how hot her aura must be at that point.
And you guys get the sense that with those perception checks from earlier that she's not currently fully able to rein that in. So the mark on her arm's gone, and she's not fully able to rein in that aura of hers. I saw that look of realization, Nuka. I hate
Yeah,
you.
I know what it is.
You know what I've done. Good job. You figured it out.
Yeah.
Alright. I have been good keeping this under wraps. I'm waiting for the rest of you to figure it out too. But I have been sneaky with this.
I have no idea, and I say I was not asking at this point.
But yeah. I'm sure Pashini will blurt it out later.
Pashini, no. Pashini probably wouldn't blurt this out. But that's like a point, because she's figured it out. she knows exactly what's going on.
Somebody out of character tell me, because I'm still like processing that whole moment out of character.
I have no idea.
I also
You'll
have
figure
no
it out.
idea.
Alright, so she just looks at Pashini, and as Pashini is not suddenly on fire and walks away, she's like, that's not normal, what's going on? Alright. She's actually surprised. She's showing an expression of surprise at the fact that Pashini is walking away not on fire. And she's just like, looks at the rest of you, motions to, is she mortal?
I believe so, but in all honesty, I am not quite sure what she is. A very unique creature, for certain.
My best estimate is that she is most assuredly mortal, with the persistence perhaps of a god, and the enthusiasm beyond that of a god, if that makes sense.
I will make a note to have Michael look into this later. Life is Michael's domain, so she wants Michael to check out Pashini and see what she actually is.
Finds out there's nothing.
Michael's gonna be like, she's just a centaur, I don't know what you're talking about. It's not a spider, I swear, darling, it's not a spider. Or it's like, it's not on fire, I don't like it. Alright, well, strange little centaurs aside, I would like for you guys to find Lord Magnus. It wouldn't do for one of the pieces of the puzzle to be missing.
No.
While I go deal with some other things. And she kind of looks at Morgan for a second. When she says that. And then looks back at the rest of you. And then she just looks at Naval, who kind of just shrinks a bit. He's like, I didn't do it, I swear.
As will kind of raise it, I did not think of this this before. My apologies, but I do have the ability to potentially send him a message. If you would have me, I shall do this now.
You can try. We've tried to get through to him and to no avail, but you can certainly try. Boof, boof.
Steve's pretending to be a dog.
I was gonna say, does the Archangel, does she also have like angelic celestial dogs that follow her wherever she goes as well? That
There
on
are
fire?
hounds, but
Oh, God.
they belong to Decimus.
I was joking.
No, Decimus has hounds.
Oh god.
And Pashini's gonna be friends with all of them.
Yeah. So this is gonna start start guessing. Still very much nailed down, Going, my Lord Magnus, I hope you are well. The Archangel, Oriel herself, is seeking you out. Please respond quickly. Thank you. And I'll send it at 21.
You send it, and she stands there just waiting. And you don't get a response.
Can I tell if it's been received or not?
You can tell it's been received, but he either cannot answer or won't.
While Aesir is sending that, could I possibly ask her something?
Sure.
Forgive me if I'm being forward in doing so. And Alucard, they're still looking at her, not as like looking away or as the same kind of reverence that Aesir has. Does it bother you, or maybe more accurately, bore you for either of us to stand on decorum in this way?
I don't care either way. I had told you could stand.
Fair enough. I try not to tempt fate more than I have to.
It's not me you have to worry about when it comes to flares of anger. Cynthia's, however, I would be careful with if you should encounter him.
He sounds like a nice person who just needs a friend. She just comes walking back. She's like, I couldn't find Steve.
I'm hiding from the extreme amount of heat in the room because, you know, I'm a tree and trees catch fire very easily, so I'm over here. And you see him, he's like on the other side of the pillar, just like waving from around the corner.
He's just go, oh, hi, Steve. This is Flame Glow. and she points.
Oh,
She's nice.
Flame Glow, but I don't know that that's actually her name because I know she likes to assign the little nicknames to things, so I don't know that that's entirely correct. But hello, Flame Glow.
That's my friend
I've
Steve.
always wanted to be a hero. Like, I was born 16 days ago. No, maybe not. Maybe like a month ago. I don't remember at this point. I'm tired of keeping track of the days, but that's kind of my shtick, so I don't know. Freaking tree that I allowed to be brought to life. Blade of grass. Me and my shit post. Alright.
Moments of the DM either regrets or fully enjoys, or a mix of both the decisions they've made with their campaign.
It's both. It's both. It's both. And I'm not sure if regret or joy is winning out with Steve.
Wait till he's bigger, and he'll be like, yes!
It's just gonna have like the friggin' I don't even know.
Yeah, I'll just say it's kind of realized that it's been received. I believe my message has been received, so I believe he is still alive, but either unable or unwilling to answer. I would my thoughts would be that he is unable to, which has me very concerned.
Last I heard of, and she stops for a second to try and decide whether or not she wants to reveal a piece of information to you. Instead of, I hate that number because I can never tell which one it actually is. Okay. Why do I use that dice? Just go away. I can't read that dice. I don't know why I have it. We have 4 operatives on this plane. Well, 5, but the other one doesn't quite know that he's an operative. 4 operatives on this plane who mortals have dubbed with the title of the Horseman. She kind of looks over at Naval, who seems very upset that she's calling him out.
Can I do a perception check to see if she actually notices that? A 27.
Oh yeah, you notice her look right at him, and you notice
Oh,
his
he's
grumpy
one.
look return.
you just see her go,
Oh, so he's one.
she points.
Yes, he's the angry one.
Oh, that makes sense. Grumble is very angry.
But
All the time.
Magnus is one of these number. And we have them in charge of certain things each. But recently we asked Magnus to go ensure that a certain Nephilim remained safe. Because as you know, they need a Nephilim to break the seals. Yes, they've already broken one, but they need a Nephilim to finalize the breaking of all of the seals. We are currently working on getting the broken one back up. But that takes time. A lot of it. So, last we saw Magnus, he was headed to go protect, as you all have met, Queen Nadine Lothern. And that was where we last had contact with Magnus. No one else here knows where he went. Not even the other 2 horsemen that were walking around the palace in the town where he should be. She looks at Naval again. He's like, you can tell he's upset that he wasn't given this information. But he's not going to speak out.
Then, if I am correct, you would like, and if I may be so bold, you will give us this location so we can go and find him in your stead.
She nods, but then she looks to Morrigan and points at her and she goes, she knows where she lives. She's from that country. She can take you there. I'm sure if you speak to Alexander or even Alenza, one of them can arrange passage.
And if I may be again so bold, I believe, well, if this is something that could bring down Magnus, I am not sure our power, as strong as we might be able to best such a thing. So is there a way we can contact you instantly in maybe in the time of need, or any additional power or equipment you could bestow on us? I apologize if I'm going too far, but I do not wish to fail this.
She looks at you for a second. Then she looks to Naval, who knows what's coming. You can take him.
Oh, is Grumble coming with us?
Which means Ori's gotta stat him. You can take him. And she comes over to Asir. And
Head back down.
she lifts your head back up with her fingers on your chin. It's
No
hot.
con save?
It's hot, but you don't have to make a con save because she's touching you. Willingly. Pashini just straight up went and touched her without permission, and yeah.
And now it's kind of freaked her out because she's like, tiny thing has hugged me. What the fuck's going
She's
on?
really weirded out by that. She's not used to contact from anyone but Michael. But
She's gonna hug Michael too, to be honest.
he's not gonna care. He likes hugs. But she lifts her chin up. And then uses her other hand like this, like 2 fingers, touches your forehead, and you feel something, some sort of probably divine magic, create some sort of a link, and she pulls back and lets you go. That should allow you to contact me once. Directly. It will dissipate after that contact. So you will not be able to contact me again. Do not waste it.
Thank you.
Just, I don't know, put down on your sheet, like, divine spark or something from her. One use. But you guys do get Naval. She is going to give you Naval. At his...
Oh, he's gonna have so much fun with Pacini.
He's gonna be on a ship with Pashini and it's gonna be great. He's so mad. But he's not gonna lip off to her. So. And actually, Asir, I want you to roll perception since she touched you. There was a slight struggle for her to do that without setting you on fire. Something's wrong with her, but you can't entirely tell what.
And as I kind of move away, I'm gonna say, is there something else that is troubling you? I do not mean to again speak out of turn, but if you're not fully here, then you may be vulnerable. That's the cost of risk that I'm sure you would not want to take.
It doesn't matter where I'm at. I'm vulnerable doesn't either way, so why does it matter? She's like, but you get the sense she's not going to speak anymore on the subject of what it actually is. It's probably a huge mistake to push it again.
My apologies.
But the rest of you hear that exchange. Something is going on with her, but Nuka, I think, has figured it out.
Yeah.
But
I'll message you a little bit later, just to confirm it.
Alucard, I'll let you insight that. And Asir, I'll let you both insight that exchange. Alucard, you can't quite put your finger on it. Asir, I'm gonna give you a quick message.
Whispers.
So out of the loop, I'm so sad now.
Well, I'm not gonna tell him exactly what it is.
DM might just be throwing me off, because DMs will do that. Oh boy.
I'm waiting for you guys to figure it out. Like, I want to tell you so bad, but...
Oh.
Alright. So, she kind of backs away a second. And then Alenza walks in the room because they're gonna notice an archangel showing up inside the keep. Like, people have noticed and have started to come. Alenza comes into the room after she went and dealt with Aldrich.
Moonglow!
Pashini probably notices before everything else
Hello,
and just screams
Pashini.
it.
This is Flame Glow.
She looks at the archangel, and you get the sense that there is a small sense of familiarity there. We weren't expecting you, milady, to come visit at all. What do we owe the honor? She's really confused. She's very confused as to why this particular archangel showed up. They're used to dealing with the others. They've dealt with Michael, they've dealt with Decimus, they've dealt with a few of the others, but she never shows up. She never comes. This is probably the first time in a very, very long time that she has come to the mortal plane. And it's even surprised Alenza. So, and Alenza is old. You guys don't know how old, but she is old for an elf. And then the angel looks at her. I had business to attend to. I will be returning home, but I will be back. I'm borrowing Naval for a while, if that's all right. And you get the sense she's not really giving Alenza a choice. She's telling her that she's borrowing Naval. She's not asking. And Alenza just acquiesces and is like, "Oh yes, you know, you may borrow whatever it is you need, Your Grace." Everyone is treating her with reverence, and then there's Pashini, who's just like, "Teach me your fire tricks. This is a party."
Hold on a second. Just give me like 2 seconds. I just need to see. Okay. So you're just gonna kind of see Pashini just kind of back away from everybody, and she's gonna like. She's going to try, but instead of learning how to do what she's just seen, she is going to end up casting Firestorm by accident and freaking out.
Okay, that's fine.
But she's doing it so like everybody is behind her and it's in front of her, if that makes sense.
When she does that, you see the fire start to go off. And then you see the archangel kind of raise her hand a little bit and do this. And it just goes out.
You just hear Fishy go,
No, it's not that spell. Maybe it's one of these ones.
Why don't we not practice using very volatile elements inside of a small contained room with other people in it?
That's a
Little
very
too.
good point.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just really want to learn.
I cannot help you with that.
Oh.
She's not trying to be a bitch. She's
Yeah,
just like, I don't know
you
what
just
to
see
do with this small child in front of me.
Pashini's ears just kind of go down, and she's just like,
Well, I'll find someone who can teach me. At some point. I don't know when. Maybe one day. Maybe when I'm big.
You might want to find a... Go speak to the dead mummy. And she just looks at the rest of you like... And she's like... On that note, I've got to go. I am being summoned. goodbye. And she's just like,
Bye-bye.
she didn't have her wings out at this point. She had no wings on her at this point, but you guys see her wings kind of unfurl, and they're this soft yellow color that's kind of iridescent with some blue in it. And she kind of, they spread once, and she's gone.
I don't know if she would hear this, but she probably just hears like Pashini go,
I want some of those.
she just points at her wings before she leaves. She didn't know she had wings. She's just like, I want.
She's so cool. She does fire. She's really, really warm. And she's nice to hug.
Lenza's just looking at Fashini and the rest of you like, had I known she was coming, I would have been here. I apologize for that.
She's very nice. Flame Glow is very nice, like just like you.
Nice
Moonglow.
is not the term I would use. But she's
She
not
has-
aggressive, so...
Then she's nice.
Pashini doesn't quite get it.
She doesn't know, from my experience, how to interact with mortals.
Well, I can help her with that, because technically I'm somewhat of a mortal, but I'm a fae. But I'm a
in
mortal
her
fae.
in her eyes, you die, so you're immortal.
But I'm fae.
She's-
I live a little
I-
bit longer.
You know what, Pashini, I'm not going to argue semantics with you. Sure. And then she just looked at the rest.
Just as a reminder, this is the commander, right? This
Yeah,
is like head
this
commander,
is-
the small little centaur that I for at least my position from Alucard's perspective, like this is someone way above pay grade from where I'm at, like, and this tiny little centaur is just arguing semantics with the commander.
Pashini thinks everybody is equal, no matter what rank, even when it comes to like the Night King or like Oberon and things like that. She's just like, everybody's on equal ground, even the archangels to her. So she will test them.
Alucard does not have that perspective. Alucard has
And-
the exact opposite perspective.
And if they're mean to her, then, you know, they're big poopy heads. So... But she'll try to be their friend if she can see there's like good in them.
She just looks at Pashini and she's just like, I don't even know anymore. Mortalis, save us all.
Mortalis, save us all. And I was just gonna kind of slow you up and quietly go to where the shield and the hammer are, strap the shield back on, and sling the hammer.
She mentioned passage on a ship. Did she say where so that I can arrange it?
She said that Morgan.
She mentioned Morgan will nod and give you guys the name of the country, which is Olanthia on the map. I will show you. It is zimmy out. Olanthia is to the far southwest on the map.
Oh boy.
Lorenza looks at you though, and she's like, I can arrange passage on a ship, or if we can perhaps arrange a teleportation circle. Either way though, I'm not going to be able to teleport you straight into the capital because there are safeguards against that there due to vampires.
Well, every
and-
time I've teleported, something bad's happened. Like I got lost, and then I got attacked, and then I got lost, and then I came here. Like I can teleport myself, but I have to have slept somewhere to be able to teleport there. And if I did it now,
No,
I would go
this-
into the back.
This is probably several hundred miles away, little dear.
And I don't know where it is, so I can't teleport everybody.
The closest we'd be able to teleport you to is the Dragon's Island. Which is dangerous in and of itself, but
Are there dragons?
there is a potential of a dragon that I don't think you want to meet, but
Is he a good dragon or is he a bad dragon? Can you talk to the dragon? Does he understand languages?
She's just kind of like counting off all the things that she knows about dragons, which literally is nothing. She thinks she knows a lot, but she doesn't.
no, I don't know. This dragon's not been seen or heard from in many years. Well, before
Maybe
I
he's
came to
lonely.
this continent. And it's been quite a while since I've come here, so he's just known as the Lord of the Mountain. There should be a old wizard's tower is the closest I can get you to the country. Just due to the magics that they have in place to prevent another invasion.
So our option is teleport near the dragons or take ship passage to get us there, the more direct route.
The ship goes directly to one of the ports for the country. The teleportation, due to things because of the rule of the old vampire prince there, they put in safeguards to prevent magical means of entering the country. You can teleport within the country once you're in it. You cannot teleport into it from far away.
It's warded off to prevent any sort of travel coming into like the boundaries of it. Do we have a sense based off of like if we ask Alenza about it, like how long the expected travel might take from the Draconic Islands over to Olenthia?
It takes a day to cross that. It takes a day to cross this. It takes a few hours to cross that. The port would land you probably down here in the Wizard's Tower. And takes probably another week or so to get from any point over here to the castle. And the map doesn't really show it well, but the castle's in the base of the mountains.
How long would ship travel take us?
About 2 weeks.
So ship travel is more direct, and we have rough confirmation of how long it should take us, but it takes longer versus teleportation. It's a lot of us having to make our way there, but potentially a lot shorter.
And if we run into the dragon, I can talk to the dragon.
And there's a chance you run into an ancient dragon that no one's heard from in several hundred years.
Because I can do this.
And you just see Rashini just talking Druidic. I'm not, Druidic. And she's just like,
Wait, that's not dragon language. I don't know dragon language.
Alucard just starts saying, you are, it says the following statement in Draconic as an example of it. It's just like, you may very well be the savior or death of all of us. But says this in Draconic, which they're pretty certain you don't speak.
Naval laughs. He understood.
Also, ever since the site's been mentioned, Alucard, probably Aesir and Pashini noticed because of the giant passive perceptions they both have, just been like absentmindedly fiddling with the glaive. That you'll notice the bone of it, that there's like a bone that's oddly draconic shaped, as far as Alucard knows, the glaive was made out of a bone of an old dragon. You're just like, oh, this is a terrible idea. This is a terrible idea. My vote is that we go teleportation. We can't waste time.
I have nothing that can help speed us along. I do not think. Pashini, your magic is of course different to mine. Do you maybe have something that will allow us to move this greater distance with more speed?
You mean like walking to a tree? Last time I did that,
I got this, and she shows a little black hoof.
I do not know that one, but maybe anything that that maybe allows us to move faster, so that the week's travel over the land maybe does not take a week.
She probably does have something, and I'm just like, because I've forgotten what druid spells have.
Naval does speak up at this point. Pumpkin seed in my throat. He doesn't say that, sorry. It like choked me. I'm sure that we can procure mounts once we get to the continent proper. I don't want to try and take anything from Caput Draconis. I've heard the dragon doesn't like his things being taken.
I can summon horses. I can summon lots of horses.
Or the small deer woman can do that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna I'll make sure I turn to Alexander. I'm afraid that the couple of diamonds that I had previously have been used, and I fear that I may need more.
I can provide 2. But that is it. We are trying to conserve our resources in the event that this becomes
full-scale war.
Aye.
That's what I fear as well.
And she looks at the circles on the floor for a minute. Doesn't really say anything. Alright, well, I'll go arrange the circle. It'll be a few hours, so do whatever it is that you need to do. We'll see you around at dinner time.
I need to sleep.
That I do too.
Actually, it is late night. Never mind. We'll see you. I forgot we ended it last time in the evening.
Yeah.
We'll do the teleportation circle in the morning. You guys get to rest. You may stay here or at Magnus's house. I know you had lodgings there previously.
So. Pashini's ears just go back up at the thought of like Magnus's house.
Pashini, I believe that it will be better if we are here, so that as soon as we can in the morning, we leave. I know that you're excitable, but I believe we will be having adventure enough tomorrow, and of course, I think we want to save some of that excitement for the potential meeting of this great dragon. You do not want to be any form of tired before meeting such a great dragon.
And you guys have no idea on scale color, on disposition. You know nothing. Not much is known.
All we know is ancient fuck all dragon.
Ancient dragon, Lord of the Mountain, and the name Ramaram.
Ragnarum?
Ramaram, I think is what I wrote.
Ramaram. Okay, for a second I heard Ragnarok, and then I heard Ragnarum. Neither of those sounded good.
That sounds good. But a serious try to persuade. No matter.
So Bashina's gonna ask Alenza. She's gonna be like,
Moonglow, is Sweet Tooth okay? Cause he wasn't very well earlier.
He's indisposed.
I don't know what that means.
He's fine.
Okay.
Alucard, you know what day it is. You know what's going on.
He's probably dealing with that right now, and he will probably be out for a little while, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he, like I said before, he is a natural-born werewolf, so he does have an easier time on the full moons, but he also has the whole pack to deal with, and some of those pack members are not natural-born werewolves, so...
Or
Right.
even if they aren't, if they're even just young or not used to
Yeah.
dealing with a transformation, he still has to corral a herd of cats effectively. So
Like,
Pretty much.
I know that last week, Pashini does know that he is a werewolf,
Yeah.
but obviously doesn't know how bad or like anything. You're just going to see her go,
I had this friend, he went crazy, but he's not a werewolf. But I don't know what happened to him.
Aldrich doesn't usually lose himself. He's just the pack leader and must therefore deal with the ones that do.
Oh, so he, like, pins them down, makes sure they're fine, just like wolves do.
Sure. She doesn't want to correct Pashini. She's given up on correcting Pashini.
that's everyone's eventual point they reach when talking to Pashini.
It's just like they realize that she's not going to.
Yeah, she's given up on correcting Pashini. So, if there's nothing else you guys want to do before the evening's up, or anything else you need to say to Alenza, we'll take a break.
Yeah, that's all. Pashini will just go get Steve.
And I say we want to have a quiet word with Alucard, but if you want
We
to
can
take a
do that
break, we
after
can.
the break. Yeah,
Yeah.
We can do that after the break, yeah.
yeah,
just-
works
no.
with me.
If there was anything else you needed to do with Alenza before we take a break.
Nope.
Naval's gonna grumpily go to his rooms.
Pashini's gonna take Steve, and then if they're shown to a room, she'll go sleep there.
Alright. Chat, we'll be back in 10 minutes. We're gonna take a break real quick. Enjoy the commercial, go get some snacks, go potty, do whatever it is you need to do. Go send out the mail to Santa, I don't know, go do something. We'll be back in a few minutes. We love you. Bye-bye.
Thanks so much for hanging out with us today. If you get a second during break, you should check out one of our amazing sponsors. We're now proudly sponsored by Roll20, the best virtual tabletop for all your role-playing needs. Over 4 million people use Roll20's virtual tabletop to power their favorite games. And with more modules than you can shake a stick at on their new revamped storefront, you'll definitely find something for your group to enjoy. Sign up today by clicking the link below or heading to roll20.net/start/WTTP. Tabletop Loot is an amazing place to get your dice bags, dice boxes, and more. And now you can get 15% off your purchase at tabletoploot.com by using the code WTTPDICE at checkout. Tabletop Loot. Your party starts here. While you're at it, check out our so awesome merch store, So Nerdware. So Nerdware is the place to find all your Welcome to the Party merch and other amazing stuff too. Head on over to sonerdware.com and use the code WELCOME at checkout to get 10% off your next purchase. So Nerdware. It's what the nerds wear. Devin Rue, the amazing mistress of maps, has kindly supported the channel since the beginning and provides graphics for many of our streams. Head on over to rueinc.com to check out some of the best fantasy cartography on the web. Our Patreon supports the creators and producers of the channel by providing Roll20 subscriptions, cost coverage for video hosting, and more. If you want to support the channel while getting podcasts a week early, gaming articles that are published on Patreon first, a shout out during our break, and more, head on over to patreon.com/welcomepartyrpg and throw us a buck or $5. And last, but certainly not least, help out the party. Subs and bits not only support the stream, but also every 500 bits or a tier 1 sub gives a player or DM of your choice a reroll or system equivalent, and every 1000 bits or tier 2 sub gives a player or DM of your choice a crit or system equivalent. Thanks again for hanging out with us today. The game will be back in just a few minutes.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
back, by the way. Hello, guys. We're back. Welcome back. Hi. I didn't just reveal some information to the players off screen. No.
Oh boy.
By the way, the Dream Eater thing is still up on screen, Ari.
It's beautiful, isn't it, chat? It's great.
We're sharing creatures that
We were
between
sharing
our
creatures.
campaigns that we terrify our players with.
Yep.
Hi, Monday
just
game.
saying.
You might see this thing soon. Bye. All right.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Monday Game / I'm sorry.
Oh no, they have other things that are
Nope.
more
Nope.
troublesome.
She's not.
Yeah. I'm kind of scared for my character, to be honest.
You fucked up. It's your own fault.
Mm.
You
Gotta
told
deal with it.
him that something was happening and someone came back from the dead, and now you gotta lay in it. So
That's fun.
good morning. But yeah, so morning rolls around. Still no word of Magnus. Still no response from Magnus. Alexander is at the castle when you wake up. It's still dark. The skies are covered due to an impending snowstorm because it's always snowstorms up here because it's the wild north. Why is it always snowing? No one knows. Except the gods and the spirits who just like to make it snow, and that dragon that you guys left frozen on the mountainside with his hoard of cheese. But all he wanted to do was take your cheese. You had to murder him. I can't hear you. Oh no.
Did you mute the stream?
No, I couldn't hear, Phoenix.
Wait, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just saying, like, we didn't even have any cheese.
He started it. We just finished it. Well, I finished it.
My, like, hair is sitting on my ear weird. Alright. When you guys wake up, Alexander is there. In the room where Alenza directed you lot to go. He is waiting with a box. And it has some vials in it. He opens it and shows it to you. It's got some vials of some questionable red substances in it. He opens it, closes it, locks it with an arcane lock. And hands it to, not Pashini.
Vicini looks at it. She's just like, it's like that child thing where the parents are like handing over stuff and the kid's like, nah. It's like trying to grab it.
He hands it to Alucard. Give this to Lord Strelok, please. I've finished dealing with his experiments, and I think I've come to a reasonable solution and done some tweaks. So this is the final product. If you can give it to him, my notes are also inside this box. Does not fall into anyone else's hands, but his, please.
I assure you, we will take care of it. You have my word.
And bring my father back. He's grumpy when he's hungry. He likes to go conquer things when he's hungry. So bring him home so we can get him some food. Or feed him there and then bring him home. That's probably the better solution. Oh, there's a bug!
No, I'm just assuming that I'm imagining that
Vicini
in
summoned a
character.
little bug.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I went to. Is my thought. It's just like Alexander just starting to freak out, and like Aesir and Alucard just turn around, and we see that Ishini's going like this, and just like, got you a friend.
I didn't know if it was a spider or a gnat. I don't know where it went.
Yeah, Pashini just summoned a little tiny bug. It's just like, bruh.
I've never seen a more like cat-like reaction to a bug appearing. Wow. Wow. Full on cat with a yarn ball.
I don't mind bugs. I just don't want them in my face. And if it's a spider, that would not have been the reaction. If it was a spider, I'd have been gone. So stream would have been left here. You all would have seen my apartment on flames. No. Goodbye, Sophie. She just looks at me. But yeah, so he hands it over. He's like, just bring my father back. Preferably fed. If not, I'll deal with it when he gets back, I suppose. Don't give him one of those vials. I've not tested them yet and would prefer not to test them out on my father, so don't do that. But have a good trip. Don't die.
We will all have to. not
Aris
die.
is waiting for my father's return. Okay, goodbye now. Stay out of my room. And he just goes away. He just
Just
stay out
tell,
of my room.
just tell like a machine, just not saying a word. Just
Just
I'm
stay
I'm looking
serious.
through spells, but Pashini's just like, she didn't like the comment about being fed to Tompa. So she's just grumpy.
It's just Aesir and Alucard flanking and both looking down at the same time at Shini and just like
That anime, like, sparkle, like the angry one. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? The angry
it's-
anime sparkle where their eyes flash. It's just like...
Yeah. Or you would probably know this better. This is probably like her face stuff coming through. It's where she's just, nope, don't piss me off.
just these the two big guys in there, the two big in the massive armor. Look at that tiny little thing between them. Going, why is this thing causing us so much grief?
like we both lived long enough and fought so many things, and yet the thing that causes us the biggest headache is the one that's not even a third of our size and is right between us.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, Alenza shows up with someone you've not seen before. Looks to be a orc man. Fairly nondescript. He's just shaved head, long beard that's braided, and magician's robes, mage's robes. And he comes up and he starts drawing a teleportation circle on the ground.
Can I as this has been done again, as he will kind of quietly pull Alucard to one side.
Hmm?
As he's going to kind of quietly pull Alucard to one side. Yes. How are you feeling about everything? Since quite something.
Is irrelevant to the mission at hand.
That's true, but with emotions can still affect us. It is troubling. And I saw as the dragon was mentioned, you filling with your grave is that am I poking too much?
How well do you think a creature would react to something seeing another creature carrying around a piece of their ancestor? or their child. I would imagine not very kindly.
Do you think it might be an idea to leave that behind then, just in case? Or... Because again, we do not have time to try to deal with this dragon, even if we could. But of course, this is your decision.
Whatever we deal with, we will deal with. If it happens, it happens. I've lived most of my life to this point, or at least the past portion of my life, just fighting whatever comes ahead, whatever I'm tasked to deal with. If this is what... And sort of like, for probably the first time since you've seen them, like, is keeping the symbol of Michael and like the flowers tucked or like wrapped around their gauntlets. It's like, if this is what they wish of me to deal with, then that's it. I was given the task to make certain that none of you die, that you need a guardian. Regardless of how capable you've all proven to be, especially in sort of like with the long draconic snout, just gestures towards Pashini.
Yeah.
That one. I don't think she is inclined to pass away anytime soon, nor do I think I have to worry as much about any of you as I thought I would. As sort of takes a minute, and it's very like awkward with kind of like just sort of shifting back and forth, like resting against the glaive, and just sort of says, as eager as she is about anything and everything, she also seems to be the best of the four of us in many ways. Or
Yes.
the kindest.
Yes, that is the kindness and innocence of that's something that I personally lost long ago. Maybe I never had, even when I was small.
I find it doubtful if you're someone of faith. Mind you, I lost faith nearly 35 years ago, and yet, and sort of just taps with the end of the glaive on the symbol, here I am. So, I don't think we are as entirely,
The faith
put it
pulled me off
bluntly, screwed as I thought we might be.
Faith pulled me off the streets. Gave me a purpose. Rather than just as a child not knowing anything. Just give me focus. That is why I am more often called to the fight. In what else's name? Yeah, saved me from a life of probably a much shorter one than I have had.
Well, depending on how this mission goes, perhaps it will still be a short life. And there's a very like kind of wry grin on their face as they're saying it. But if it's to die by a dragon who's angry at me for carrying around a piece of its child, can't imagine it's a terrible way to go either.
Well, I have much respect for you, and if they're going to take you down, they will take me down with you. Because as you said, you may see yourself as a guardian of us. I feel the same. So we are guardians of each other. And Varys holds out his gauntlet, so whatever we just do, until the end.
Until the end. Or at the very least until whatever next adventure Pashini has gotten us into. Which I'm certain will be soon. And many.
Yes. She will either, I think she, yes, I agree. She will either save us all or get us all killed, one or the other.
I'm assuming both at this point.
Yes.
It's more and not a matter of if, just more a matter of when.
Yes.
And probably you'll see them like stop for a second and just think on it. You know, I think I would be fine if it was caused by Pashini. It's a strange sentiment to feel after many years, but that hasn't been the case, or it didn't feel quite a lot.
Well, what else? My God! And if death comes for me, then I'm prepared.
Death will come for us all, but until that point, allow me to be the line that prevents that from happening to the rest of you.
And I will do my best to keep you up as long as possible.
enough of us being too serious. I don't know how to talk and do these sorts of things very well, so let's carry on and get back to what I do best.
What I do best as well. Here we go. Please don't let us make a drug.
Yeah, it's like at the end of it, we both have like a look up. We're like just thinking the exact same thing. Oh God, what did we get into with Pashini or something?
When you say death comes for everyone, or when you said death comes for us all, Alenza just kind of smiles. She's like, at least it comes with a smile on its face most of the time. You can insight that if you want.
I'm more than happy to, because I can't tell if that's supposed to be comforting
Oh, that's a
or
crap
just
roll for me.
fear
It's a
inspiring.
really crap
I'm
roll.
assuming a bit of both. Yeah, I didn't. That's about what I expected for Alucard. Alucard's just sort of taking it as.
Based on what you were told earlier the night before by Oriel, and who she mentioned she has agents, or that the angels have agents, and that they were called the Horsemen. And considering who Alenza is the child of, Asir, you can make the connection on which of those agents she might be. So she's trying to be comforting. She is death incarnate. Alucard, you're not sure. You're just like, I can't read her very well.
I mean, like, this is probably the first time in a while that Alucard's been talking to a bunch of effectively superiors to them. He's not used to it, and she doesn't really, like, drag him as someone he doesn't do talking. Talking is not a thing that he does. Like, she's just more of a fighter. She gets told what to do, and that's it. This is the first time they've had to be something more than that, and it's a lot. Pashini's talks more than, like, has ever happened. Why do we have two of
I'm trying to get rid of the second Nuka, but I don't know how to.
Yeah, something went weird with my internet. I don't know why there's two of me, but I think it hasn't registered that I left.
I'm going to end the call real quick, so chat, the screen's going to go black, and I'm going to restart it. Real quick. It's probably going to be the easiest solution, so give me just a second. I'll send you guys a new link here in just a second. There we go.
I'm singing again.
Alright, I just need to move the windows around. That's fine. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, not sure what happened there. That shouldn't have disconnected.
I think
but
it was
did,
just being
so.
weird. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that, chat. Technical difficulties abound. That's alright.
yeah.
It
I know.
happens.
As Alan says that, so it's just like kind of just knows, and well, I hope death does not find us wanting.
We'll see. I've not seen anything in the cards. You should be fine. So it's a simple, make sure Magnus isn't deep into something he needs assistance with.
Well, we shall see.
Make sure Nadine is alright. And when she says that, she looks at Naval. When she says make sure Nadine is alright. There is some sort of a relationship there, though you guys aren't sure what it is. Like between Naval and Nadine. You want to insight that, don't you?
Yes, I do. Am I allowed to?
Go ahead.
23, that's better.
Yeah. They're probably together. More than likely.
So we had best be going then.
Yeah. So he's ready to go. You guys ready to go? The orc wizard finishes with the circle. Looks at you all. I need to roll a D100 to see if he messes up.
Oh boy.
Let me pull out my percentage.
Yay.
I need a D10. There it is. Okay. I don't know what that number means. Let me pull up that spell.
Thing to hear coming from the DM. They're like, I don't know what that means.
It's a weird number in the scale of the teleportation stuff. So I'm just like, I need to go look at the chart. Because he's not using teleportation circle, he's using teleport. Okay. You guys are about to have fun.
Yeah.
Yup. Okay.
Oh boy.
Alright, sorry, I had to decide what was gonna happen with that. So, oh shoot, I got cookies. You guys get into the teleportation. Milo, I'm hungry, okay? I don't have anything.
It's more that you guys are getting trouble. Oh, cookies. That thing.
The order in which those statements were made was more interesting than anything else. So it was like, especially when it follows you saying, "Oh yeah, you're gonna have fun." It's like, "Oh yay, cookies!" And it's like, we're worrying about dying, and you're enjoying cookies. Which is, to be fair, that's a very DM.
The whims of the gods and universe. You're about to die, but oh look, tea cookies. Hold on a minute. It's just King Richard from Gallivant. I'm just King Richard.
Yeah.
I'm just King Richard from Gallivant with my goldfish attention span. Alright. Okay, so you guys step into this teleportation circle that this orc wizard has made. And he's never been there. He's never been to Kaput Draconis. He's never been to this wizard tower. He's only been given a very good description. He rolled a 41. Which, if you know anything about that spell, is not the number you need to get anywhere properly. You can get somewhere, just not on target.
And Pacini's right. Teleportation does not work. She always gets lost.
So, you guys feel yourself land somewhere very hot, but you also take some damage from the fact that he messed this up. It is quite hot here. Like, he may have teleported you into a volcano kind of hot. You guys may have landed here in the mountain. And
I risked the fire. I'll be fine.
hold on, no, it's not fire damage.
I am
you're
not.
taking.
I went nowhere volcano, so the fire will be fine.
You're taking
Also,
force damage.
Well, yeah, the force damage. That's we're not avoiding that by any account.
That's not bad. You just take 14 force damage. But you don't land in the lava. You just land like on the outer rim of the volcano. I'm not gonna murder you guys yet, but you guys land on the side of this volcano with quite some force, and Naval is instantly like weapons out, ready to go.
Yeah,
You
I
just
said,
hear
well,
you just hear Pasheen go.
And this is why I don't teleport, because I always get lost. But if I'm doing it, then it's perfectly fine because I'm not getting lost except for that one time when I did get lost.
where exactly are we?
That's a volcano.
She just
What?
points at the lava.
Based on the description you were given by Alenza and Naval previously, you know there's a volcano on the Dragon's Island.
Ugh.
It's on the north side of the Dragon's Island, away from where you need to be.
Well, that's a pain. Right, we need to get moving then.
It's also rumored to be where the dragon lives.
Oh. We need to get moving quickly. So, Pashini, do you have anything that will get us moving quickly? Because I think it'll be very bad if we are here for much
What
longer.
is everyone's passive perception?
20.
16.
What is it, Alucard? Your volume's gone.
16.
Okay. Hey, Pashini.
Yeah.
Okay, let me check Naval real quick. Let me check Naval. そう、静かに。I'm using Alenza's sheet for him because I don't have his sheet finished yet, so. Oh, his passive's gonna be about the same as hers. Okay. Pashini and Naval noticed something moving in the lava inside the volcano. Naval just notices the movement. Pashini, you see the shimmer of gold inside the lava.
Okay.
Something has
Pashini.
stirred. Oh no. Why? I don't like that.
We never know which one is good. We don't know if rolling high or rolling low is good when it comes to Pashini and that.
No.
Pashini's just gonna be quiet about it. she's just like, she could probably guess that there is something there. That there is a dragon, or possibly a lava fish. I don't know.
Something's down there. Something big.
I mean, if there was plants on the volcano, we could travel through plants, but I don't think a little tiny blade of grass would work. And besides, lava kind of kills everything.
Naval looks down and sees the movement, but he can't quite make out due to the heat what it is.
Can I see that Naval seems to be looking at something?
Yeah. He's not hiding
then-
it. He's on guard right now. You guys haven't seen him in fight mode. He's in fight mode.
Then my eyes will travel the same direction so I can try and figure out what it is.
Perception check.
I'm in hopes of seeing something.
Can't tell.
Nope.
The heat is distorting the air too much for you to see anything other than lava moving around down there.
You have seen something?
I can't tell. I don't know what it is.
Then we're all the same. We should move quickly.
He's got both of his swords out. He's a dual wielder. He's got 2 swords, and he's just got them both out, like, ready to go.
And let's move this along.
And you try to start making your way down the volcano.
Keep your lookout.
Vicini is just
Same.
kind of like, I reckon before they like start to fully leave, she's probably gonna like look back and she's just gonna wave because she knows exactly what's down there. She's just...
Christine, what are you waving at?
There's a goldfish.
A goldfish?
Yes, a goldfish. He's in the lava.
I think we need to move faster.
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 You guys,
Basini, do you mind if we pick you up so you can move faster, please?
No, I can walk. It's fine.
she's just gonna.
you guys start feeling a low rumble beneath your feet. You're not sure if it's the volcano or something else.
Yeah, as is coming. Yes, I'm also aware. Clank, 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 clank.
Yep. Music of Doom.
This song reminds me of music from Tales of the Abyss, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
Sounds like almost kind of like Arietta's boss music. Not quite.
As we're beginning to move to run down, I would just turn to AC very quickly. Do you want me to be able to hit this thing more, or do you want to be protected from magic? Need an answer now.
Don't hit the goldfish.
Take
You're
the magic
gonna
then.
make it angry. We don't want an angry goldfish.
Like she knows probably what it is, but she's saying it's the goldfish.
Take the magic, definitely.
Wave away. And
you're just hearing, literally, Pashini's just going like this, like,
Don't hurt the goldfish.
Naval comes over to Pashini and like picks her up and puts a hand over her mouth. Stop screaming. Stop screaming. Whatever it is, you're waking it up.
like, basically, she says it's already been awake, but she's just like,
If you stop screaming, I'll let you go.
Mm-hmm.
He puts you down.
It's already awake. You already woke up when it saw us. So you don't want to make it angry because we woke it up.
Faster.
Pashini's just hopping behind them as they're just walking, and she's
Are you
just
guys-
like, she's just.
Are you guys trying to find a place to hide?
Is there a
She
place we
needs
can
not.
So
hide? I
there's-
don't.
On this volcano, it's one of those volcanoes that's kind of tree covered for the most part. It's not been active in a long time. The further down you go, the more plant life there is. It's very warm near the top, but not for a whole big area, so it starts to get tree covered again as you start to go down.
You guys just hear Pashini go like,
She's just like, by the way, I don't have the spell prepared to make us walk through trees. So,
But let's just go. Oh, you can summon the horses, you said?
I can. I think.
It's gonna be difficult
Prepared.
terrain for the horses. I'm just gonna say that right now. You are on a steep mountainside.
But do we really want to? Because then the dragon might get hungry and might want to eat the horse.
Is it definitely a dragon then? Okay, let's
That's-
faster,
That's
faster.
comforting. That's comforting.
Yeah.
You guys start to hear inside the mountain as you're making your way down this.
Is that wings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can get myself one other person
You
tapping
see,
to
if
see
you
the way,
look
but
back up, you see a little bit of lava spraying out from the force of the either being flicked off of the wings or being thrown up by the burst of air.
Yeah, Pashini will conjure animals, she'll conjure some horses. I'm just wondering if she would... Because she doesn't usually conjure animals, and I'm just wondering would she conjure like small ponies or actual horses?
Ponies would be
I mean, knowing
useless for two
Pashini,
of the three members of the party. Naval can fly, he doesn't need a horse.
Okay. Let's see. Let's go. Conjure animal. Do.
Woof. Woof.
And she'll conjure.
Hi, Sophie.
Okay, she'll conjure some actual horses.
Hi, Joby. What do you do? I know. There's a
I love
dragon.
how so
and you're
much of our
concerned.
fate right now is dependent on just a d20 roll not telling us to get a small pony that can't help a couple of us.
No, that's horses.
What?
Like she
Joby?
doesn't need them. She just walks everywhere. So for her, it's kind of
Monster
just like.
manual, you can't have it.
Why?
It's my monster manual, not yours. She keeps laying her head on my lap, on top of the book. But you guys hear the wings pumping that hot air inside the volcano. And the lava starting to spray. You're just now probably reaching the tree line.
keep moving. The one thing we really don't want to do, we've freaking done.
Well, I mean, the one thing we don't want to do is we don't want to piss off the dragon. We have effectively awoken the dragon.
You have also determined it is a gold one. So,
Goldfish.
unless you piss it off, it's probably not going to hurt you. But you don't know.
Would a sin know that? Would a sin know that though?
Arcana check.
Pashini's gonna do an Arcana check too.
No, you
Nope.
have no idea. It's a dragon.
Dragon.
I mean, to Pashini, it's a dragon. She's just like friend.
Yeah, Pashini, you know Rytharia, who is an ancient silver, and
Mm.
she's just the friendliest of friendly
Yeah.
most of the time. So you don't know any different. Alucard, I'll let you roll with advantage if you want.
Sure. It's Arcana, you said?
Yeah. Roll one more. Okay. As far as you know, the metallic dragons are a little bit friendlier, but you don't, that's not always the case, and you don't know anything about this one. So, better safe than sorry.
Yeah, that's kind of how I've been operating the whole time at this point.
By the way, if you haven't noticed, by now Pashini has also been kind of dawdling. I mean, she's still keeping up with everybody, but she's just kind of.
As you guys get under tree cover, it is daylight. It's morning. The sun is just now starting to rise. It's probably about 10 a.m. at this point. And you guys went further west, so the sun is just now starting to really come up. And you see a shadow come over the trees, like a cloud passing over. But if you look up, you see that shiny, creamy colored metallic underbelly of an ancient gold dragon flying overhead. And it's just flying right now, looking to see what woke it up.
Keep going.
Are you guys trying to stealth? Because it does have a very high passive.
Pashini's not stealthing. 100%. She's not stealthing.
Yeah.
You're not trying to stealth?
I don't
No.
think.
Pashini's stealth.
We're just trying to go.
Dude, Naval's gonna stealth. He thinks you guys are weird. He doesn't do a very good job of it.
Harbor.
I mean, you guys could try stealthing. Pashini's not.
We could.
Like-
It's more that we are both very aware that neither of us are very dexterous, and we are both in plate armor. The likelihood of us doing very well on this is quite low.
Let's see if the dragon notices you. You guys keep going down the mountain. For the moment, you don't think he's noticed you. After a little while, the shadow disappears. Gone to the other side of the mountain, you think. You continue making your way down.
Pashini just goes,
Okay, he's gone. The goldfish is gone. He has very pretty scales. You remind me of the pretty little goldfishes.
That he might have, but we still have a lot of time to make up. We still have a lot of taverns to, so we should still move.
But wouldn't it be better to hide from a goldfish, not run away from the goldfish? Because then
Well.
it's a chase, and then they like to chase things.
Well, whatever it is, we have a destination to get to that we need to get to as soon as possible.
Question: is that true? Actually, do dragons actually like to chase after things? Or do they
she
not
has
care?
no ideas.
No, that's
she's
why I'm
just
asking. Like, would Alucard know anything about that?
Most things enjoy the thrill of the hunt if they are a predator.
And that's probably what Pashini knows. So she's probably like, why are we running?
And it is a predator. In all baseness, it is a predator. So you can guess that it probably does enjoy the thrill of the hunt.
And he's
But it's
probably
also
gonna
an
continue
ancient
searching.
dragon, so he's an old fuck who just is like, why are you running from me? It could be either or, you don't know. It
By
could
the
be
way,
Grandpa
Pashini's not
Dragon who
talking
doesn't
very
feel like
quietly.
chasing, or it could be Grandpa Dragon who's like, get off my lawn or I'll make you.
And so Nuka, you're saying Pashini is not talking quietly while
No.
telling us these things?
She's talking in her usual Pashini voice. Not screaming or yelling, but she's like, you know, Pashini's loud.
She projects.
Yeah, she
Yes.
projects her voice very well.
Side note, out of character, I just had the thought of Naval just giving Pashini a pendant that has silence cast on it, so Pashini can't be heard outside of when she wears it. He just gets tired of hearing the loud squeakiness and just puts it on.
And then she just dispels magic. It's just like, ta-da! She knows what's going on. And then just for a while, dispels magic and goes, ta-da! I did a good thing.
Yeah, as is more good. Let's go with. We want to leave that alone.
So you guys,
Oh,
I mean, they're moving, so I will move.
you continue heading south down the mountain. It is a large mountain. It's a large, old volcano. It's gonna take you most of the day to get to the base of the mountain into the foothills.
I think we're not going slowly either.
Nope.
Yeah, it is a big mountain. It's big enough to house an ancient gold dragon inside of its volcano part comfortably.
ballpark estimate, how long, how big is this shadow / dragon?
Like I said, it looks like a cloud covering the ground.
That's comforting.
He is quite large in the gargantuan term of things. He's old. He is an old dragon that a lot of people probably thought was dead. He, like Alinza said, she came to this area of the world several hundred years back, and he had not been seen even then, so... You guys do know rumors of things on this mountain, or on this island, though this island being quite dangerous. There are things that live here that also haven't been seen on the other mainlands for several hundred years. Creatures that have been extinct or thought extinct that roam here that are quite dangerous. So many people who come to this place do not survive it.
Maybe we should have taken the. I says, kind of be thinking about that and go, maybe we should have taken the ships.
All Alucard's thinking right now. So Alucard is thinking, don't trust mages as much as it used to.
From the base of the mountain on top of the foothills, because you guys make it down to about here, when night starts to fall, you can see the village off in the distance. It's quite a distance away, but you can see it. But it's going to take you another day to get down there. Probably. And it's an abandoned village as far as you're aware, so there's probably no one there. You could... You haven't seen the dragon again today. So, it is nightfall. Do you continue on or do you make camp?
I see what looks here. There's
I can't see in the dark very well. I mean, I can do this.
And she
Oh boy.
she casts a cantrip, produce flame, and it's this tiny little flame. And she just kind of holds it. She's like, "See, I can do this," and she just kind of just shows it to everybody.
Naval kind of speaks up and gets into a somewhat sarcastic tone. Look, you can do what Flame Glow does.
This isn't what Flame Glow does. Flame Glow does this.
And you should have said that.
Okay, I was like, please don't cast Firestorm again, because that's what I was expecting.
Going to cast.
Oh god.
You know what? She will actually probably cast Firestorm. In just a random direction away from everybody. That's his fault. He told Fishini that.
I think at this point, I see it's kind of realized. It's kind of realized. I does not know where the hell she's gonna do it. It's like with all the stress, all the panic.
Flame Glow can do that, but it's not exactly like that because I haven't learned how to do it yet. But I will, and it will be grand. She's just like, yeah.
It's more of an instinct. He grabs his cape, and is fire in the field.
Wait, why did you do that?
Out of instinct, away from the firestorm. Because we're all just used to you casting magic and scaring the shit out of us. We're all at that point in the campaign now.
After a very stressful day of being chased by a walking
We just met a demigod. We had crises of conflict about our part in a larger grand scheme of the cosmos, and you're casting Firestorm. We know this.
They just spoke off the top of the horse. And just
Grumble challenged her. She felt challenged, so she's just like,
No, she doesn't do that. She does this.
picks Pashini up again. And he puts her in his bag.
Pashini just goes, "Ooh, what's this?"
It's
And just
empty.
picks-
Oh.
Oh.
He just carries the bag for the sake of collecting things as he travels and brings them back. He doesn't take anything with him. He sits you in his bag. Don't cast spells in my bag. Don't do weird things in my bag. Just sit in my bag and be quiet because I'm pretty sure you just lit the beacons. So...
Well, you said I
know
that I
I
could do
said-
stuff like flame glow
I
said,
know
and
I
I was
said-
just proving a point that that isn't what flame glow does.
I'm very quite well aware of what she does. I'm quite well aware of what she does. When I say something, it doesn't mean you have to take it as a challenge.
Yeah, but the tiny little
How, he looks at the rest of you. How have you lot not died yet?
because I'm very powerful and I keep them alive.
I think I said just kind of looks more towards Alucard as we could.
I think probably if Naval looks at both of us, there's just a look of like, you. It's a mixture of you don't even want to know, and also we've been asking ourselves that question ever since Pashini joined.
Okay.
Also, to make this situation even more ridiculous, like a seer is not actually within range, considering Dimension Door. What? How far away did you go? Like Did you do the whole 400
So he
feet?
just looks at Alucard and he's like, how have you not died?
Pashini just repeats what she said because she's powerful and she keeps them alive.
Listen, no. Power means nothing without control.
I'm good at control. See, I can control myself. But you said
Well, we
She
should
goes-
probably find somewhere to sleep that's got a cave or something because, like I said, you just lit the beacons.
dragons like caves too.
Yeah, a small one. Let's find a small one.
Immediately starts looking for a cave as soon as Naval says that. 'Cause
As
at
a
that point, I'm
seer
like, I don't think a
probably
village is
now
going to be
coming.
happy to have us now that we just caused a fire like a torrential fire to just appear.
Yeah, the
What
fire's
is
just
it?
burning. Mm.
Yeah. As a seer, probably now coming back, just no.
It's just
Oh.
fire. See, I can do that too. I can do a lot of things. I can even make a tidal wave.
Let's not.
No.
Let's
I,
not.
I can't do it today, but I can prepare.
Yeah, let's not do it at all.
Roll
Unless we need
perception
to.
just to find a cave.
Yeah, investigation.
Yep.
Or investigation, okay.
I'll be doing the same. Nope.
Nope.
Pashini's just talking to Grum.
Naval rolled an 18, so you find one. It's not the most well hidden cave, but it's something. You managed to get the horses inside and get everyone inside. It's really warm, so you don't think that even at night it's quite warm, so you don't know that you're gonna need a fire
fire.
per se. Even down south in the Southlands and Olanthia, you guys are far enough north in the world where it's still quite cold and cool. The wild north being the exception, the frozen north. But this volcano is keeping this island somewhat temperate. So temperate to tropical. Which is why there's animals and creatures that are living here that have ceased to exist elsewhere. So you guys get in the cave, and you make it through the night without any event occurring.
Question, is Steve with us or did
Steve
he
came.
stay? Yep, Steve came. Okay.
There's no way Puccini would have let Steve go
No.
stay behind. Come on.
Unless he wanted to, but I just wanted to make sure that he was not.
So yeah, you make it through the night without incident.
Puccini goes,
See, the dragon didn't need us. It's perfectly fine.
Anyone near the mouth of the cave, however, feel free to roll me a perception check.
I mean, Puccini will. she's looking for him specifically. 16.
You guys notice laying on the ground outside the cave is a small for it, probably about the size of one of your hands, not Puccini's hand, but one of your all's hands. Golden
So as big
scale.
as Puccini.
I see him back to the
Puccini. So Puccini sees this, right?
Yeah, all of you see it. It's just it's probably a face scale, like something off of his nose or something.
Yeah. Puccini goes and picks up the scale.
She's like, look! He came to visit and he gave me a present. And she's like, I will treasure it forever and ever and ever and ever.
Let's just get moving.
And she attaches it to her shield.
It is her shield.
It is. I mean, she has an animated shield, but like she attaches it to the animated shield. Just kind of ties it or something.
I'll step that later. Because that'll add to the AC.
Yeah.
I just don't know by how much. But there's no other sign of the dragon, no claw marks or anything, just the nose scale on the ground. He had been at least by this direction at some point over the night. He probably flew by, as from what it looks like. There's no landmarks or anything like that.
Wait, so does that mean... I know this is ridiculous to say, but you said it came likely from his face, right? So does that mean we just had an ancient gold dragon boop its golden snoot towards the mouth of a
He
our
did get
cave?
his ancient gold dragon did get his snoot booped.
He booped the cave snoot.
And Puccini has the boop. She wants to boop him back.
The ancient gold dragon was booped
Can-
on the snoot.
Can she tell that it's from a nose?
It's small. It's too small to be from anywhere else. It has to be from somewhere on his face.
You just hear Puccini go,
Look, it's from his nose.
and she just holds it up.
Everyone else has this simultaneous realization that means he could have very well just opened his mouth and breathed fire or something into the cave without any issue. Well, they could have.
Puccini, maybe more horses again,
Please.
please. Yes, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
She can only do it for an hour, just so you know. So,
An hour. First class law.
she conjured some horses.
I'm trying to find a picture of a gold dragon that fits. Because I don't like the standard D&D gold dragon. It looks like a weird amalgamation of an eastern and western dragon, and it bothers me.
Just thought it looked like a flying Spinosaurus.
Yeah. It's like they tried to combine an eastern dragon, though, and a western dragon, and a Spinosaurus, and it just looks weird to me, and... yeah, I don't like it.
Are we able to get to the village with the help of the horses?
You make it to the village by the end of the day. And like I said, it seems abandoned. As far as you can tell. For now, just use this as what he looks like until I can tell you otherwise.
Okay.
So you guys make it down to this village. It's an old village. All the architecture looks foreign, like it's ancient. It's ancient architecture. But some of the buildings are decayed and falling apart. There's a few that are in relatively decent condition that you can probably spend the night in. There's an old, what appears to be temple of sorts. Whatever god it used to belong to is the likenesses of this god are well worn off. There are some angel statues on it as well, similar to the ones that you encountered in Raven's Thicket. But it appears there's no one here.
Maybe we should just rest and then be off as soon as we can. Take what rest we need and then be off.
The temple looks like the most sound building.
And I think we're moving to the temple.
Okay.
Are there any like dragon pictures and stuff on, like, in the village, on the walls of the buildings, and then obviously in the temple, or is it?
There's no dragon visages other than inside the temple you see like a painting of a gold dragon that's well damaged from the elements and just from time. It's very faded and chipped and cracked, and it's not been cared for at all.
Well, with that, I'm going to kind of walk up to it and gently press hand against it and cast mending.
Pacini was gonna do that too.
Okay. It becomes as new as it could be, and it looks like that one I sent you guys.
Okay.
For sake of ease.
Okay.
So, you see this massive, elegant, regal-looking gold dragon sitting on a cliffside. The small,
See,
tiny
he's a
little
nice dragon.
birds flying around him look like gnats.
That is quite something. Okay.
You guys can check the inside of the temple if you wish for anything else.
Yeah, and we'd probably be doing something before fully resting, so we'll probably have a
Pacini's
look around.
probably at the temple door just looking out. She's just watching the sky.
Investigation.
Oh, yeah. Don't find
Nope.
anything.
A serious, more definitely still kind of looking at that, just not paying attention to anything looking around. There we go.
Alucard, you find a statue of one of the archangels that were similar to the ones you found below the inn. This one looks like that bald or shaved headed male with the blank eyes and appears to be stars dotted all over his skin. Carved into his skin, just stars. But there's no description on the statue, or if there was, it was well worn away with time.
I'll probably mention it to a Sierra and to Bashini Morgan, but probably not spend more than a few minutes just paying respects to it, just trying to tidy it up if possible.
Okay.
Now maybe go and when Alucard says, maybe slowly put a hand in and try and cast mending. See if that work or anything.
It doesn't do anything. It's just there was never a description put on it.
Yeah, it's something whether those statues were also just too far gone.
Yeah, nothing. The few times you've encountered this angel's visage, there's been no description. There's been nothing saying who he is, what he does, what his role is. It's like he's kept himself out of most mortal knowledge for one reason or another. If you want to roll religion to see which of the 7 that might be, from what little knowledge is known of this one,
Not bad.
there are 2 of the Arcadians that never leave the Crystal Citadel. Oriel and Orpho. Oriel has left recently, obviously, to come down and deal with a few things. Because she doesn't come down unless she absolutely has to. He never has left the Crystal Citadel. And you get the impression that this is who that might be, but you're not entirely sure. He has never left the home of the Arcadians.
Well, then I think I say I'll curl up and sleep.
For all
Good
intents
lord.
and purposes, he's the Martian Manhunter. He never leaves.
Well done, Ori.
What?
I said well done.
He never leaves. He always operates from the home base. What's his name, Jean? I think.
John's.
Yeah. He's not my favorite or anything. I didn't
Because
really care.
introvert?
Huh?
Because introvert?
He never leaves. It's great. He calls to me. I live vicariously through him in his fantasy universe. I need whoever's keeping watch overnight to make me perception checks.
I will. Pashini's at the door, like quite literally. So.
Yeah, I say I'll take a watch as well.
And
Alucard
Naval. Huh?
25.
Ooh,
Damn.
44.
Oof.
Probably would
Alucard.
have been with Naval.
Yeah, Naval's. Let me see what he rolled. Which not bad. What's the plus to perception? Okay. He rolled over 20. Everybody but Alucard. Alright, so you guys are keeping watch. Naval is sitting and chatting with Alucard during his watch. Just both of you just sitting and speaking for a little while. He seems to be more comfortable talking with Alucard due to the fact that Alucard's the more quiet
I
of the
don't
group.
say anything unnecessarily, so therefore don't bother each other.
He just sits and chats with you for a while. There's nothing in particular, just small talk. He doesn't reveal anything. He doesn't say anything about himself, you notice. Like, he doesn't want to reveal anything about himself, either because he thinks that's a weakness or he thinks that it can be used against him. He's very private. But there is some underlying concern that you can tell coming from him, probably about Nadine. And the fact that Magnus is not responding. But while you guys are sitting there chatting, Pashini, you don't notice anything on your watch. There's nothing approaches. You go to sleep. Same for Alucard, you don't notice anything. You guys go finish your chat and head off to whatever place in the temple you choose to sleep.
Pashini's 100% sleeping near the door, by the way. She hasn't
Asir.
moved.
Where are you sitting and keeping watch, Asir? Are you sitting outside? Are you sitting in the doorway? Are you sitting by a window?
I'd probably be kind of sat in the doorway. No, yeah, don't want to wake her up necessarily, but Bashini is within slapping distance if need be.
Slapping distance.
Wake up!
Wake up! You are sitting there. It's probably, I'll say you took the middle watch. So it's probably, I don't know, 1 to 4 a.m.-ish time period. The moon's quite high. It's full moon still. The town looks eerily quiet and haunting at this time of night. You can feel the life that used to be here. It's not. There's probably some lingering spirits and stuff hanging around. There's some noises you hear in the middle of the night. Probably some ghost or spirit shutting a door, doing whatever in a house down the street. And then you notice the moon go dark. And you look up. And you see the silhouette of this big, massive gold dragon. His color's dimmed in the moonlight, but there's still that faint glitter, the bluish hint to him. And he kind of lands in the middle of town. He is surprisingly silent on those wings right now. He is quite silent when he lands in the town and he folds his wings.
Sarah Road is not moving an inch, just
Pashini lets out a tiny little snore. She's hugging Steve.
Asir's in full, they can see movement. If you don't move, they can't see.
I don't think Asir's more. I'm on the verge of panic right now. Just the whole.
You see him kind of like swinging his head around through the town, looking through the doors. He's got visitors and he wants to know where they are. But the closer he gets, you notice something weird about him. Well, 2 things. He's missing a toe on his left foot, his left front foot. He's missing a claw. An entire finger is gone. Old wound, but it's gone. It's just the right length to be a certain weapon that a certain dragonborn in your party might have. But you also notice something weird about his eyes. They're clouded over. His eyes are cloudy and milky, and you get the sense that he can't see. And he's making his way closer.
This is too scared.
He kind of just... He's about 4 houses down the street from the temple at this point. Still, like, sniffing and looking around. You don't know if he can see via other means or not, but it's quite clear that he's blind.
It's quite clear that he's definitely blind and...
Yeah. He is blind, that doesn't mean he can't, quote,
Yeah,
see.
Asir's gonna kind of see that, and now he's gonna start thinking, whereas... Hold up. I could... Slowly, but the warhammer down. Carefully unstraps the shield. Putting it down. Slowly gets up. and trying not to wake Puccini, who's really quite close.
Would she?
Walking
Yes.
towards.
No, I'm just asking. Because you're literally like right next to her, putting down metal onto her ground.
Trying to be stealthy.
Roll me a
What's that
stealth
thinking?
check. Roll me a stealth check.
With disadvantage because the armor, I'm guessing.
Yep.
8.
Puccini, you probably hear that.
Okay. She probably like starts to stir, and it takes a little bit for it to actually.
Naval hears the chinking of the metal on the ground
Fully wake
against each other. Alucard, I'll say you hear it too.
You just hear Pashti.
Can't hear
What
you.
are you doing?
Let's hear what's going on.
Stay inside. Trust me, stay inside.
Why are we staying inside? Because that doesn't make
As
any
you
sense.
guys are all talking, you, Asir, see its head swing directly looking toward the temple.
Hold on. Oh,
I
she probably
gotta
wouldn't
go.
look outside. Okay. She probably notices Asir freaking out and going, like, what the fuck?
He's like, "Hi, Mr. Goldfish Dragon. You're very pretty."
And if the rest of you look outside, you'll notice his eyes. You notice he's blind. And Alucard, if you want to roll perception to see if his foot.
I mean, yeah. Me as a player, this is a. Yeah.
But
He
He
is
makes
missing
friends.
a finger on his left front leg, foot thing.
And
I think.
I'm gonna
What's
take
she-
DC's advice from the article they wrote a while ago and stop making laborious backstories, because this is what it gets me. This is the shit it gets me.
Pashini gets up
Oh no.
and yeah, it's an odd number. Pashini gets up. She just looks at the dragon and she's just like, okay. She is actually, because she knows that she's gonna probably get stopped. She will actually use hidden paths to teleport out of the temple. And she's gonna be like,
"Hi, Mr. Dragon."
Just when you
and
poof in front of the dragon, it kind of like cocks its head like this to kind of look down or hear, and its head is absolutely massive compared to Pashini. Pashini looks like a flea to this thing, next to this thing. With
Pashini's gonna be like,
I found this scale and I was wondering, do you want it back? Because I could put it where you're missing the scale on your nose.
she's just holding it up.
it kind of huffs and it blows out some hot air. You feel the steam from this thing just hit you, Pashini, as it's got its head cocked. The rest of you guys see like steam come out of its nose.
Oh, Alucard's
She
running
just
right
laughs.
afterwards.
That tickles.
Yeah, as it's kind of stopped, kind of as I comes up to
It
Yeah.
knows we're here at this
yeah,
point.
but let's wait till he responds.
Do you really want to risk her getting hurt? She's capable, but do you really want to risk that?
I think she's going to bamf out if it does anything.
How often has she tried to make friends with anything and everything that moves?
She's trying. She's trying.
The
Right.
dragon opens its mouth and it intakes some air. And we're gonna call it there.
Sorry. God damn it.
Yay! Talking to a dragon. She's like 100% not scared. She's just like, do you want the scale back?
we're calling it there for multiple reasons. One, because good cliffhanger. For two, Ori wasn't expecting you guys to talk to the dragon today, so Ori doesn't have a voice for the dragon.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is what for any viewers who are with us, I did mention in my backstory to Ari that the glaive came from what Alucard knows of their history from like an ancestor who likely carved it out of an old dragon. Wasn't expecting it to be this fun.
Let's just hope Pashini can talk to it.
I mean, Alucard. I'm gonna go and talk. Alucard's gonna go and talk to it and apologize.
Oh, Asir's got a plan. Because I have something for this.
Did you legit fall out of your chair though when I said it took a breath and then I called it? Like, did you fall out of your chair? I figured a cliffhanger like that was a good way to end it. So.
Oh. I think that face that Bakura made is just straight up like Frodo post Gandalf falling into the pit. Just straight up. Oh god. Oh, and this is what Ray's gonna come back to. I have to add that note for all of us. Ray's gonna come back.
She's not gonna be here next week.
Oh right. Okay, so she isn't gonna come back to that. She's gonna come back to the aftermath of us
She's
dealing.
gonna come back to you guys dealing with the Nadine situation more than likely if you guys don't do something silly with the dragon.
Do we?
Dini just wants it to be her friend.
You mean if Pashini doesn't do something silly with the dragon?
I mean, she's not gonna do something silly. Like literally, she just wants to talk to it.
No,
And she's not gonna hurt it. She's actually very honest. She literally never lies, and people can tell that she never lies because she's just like she's speaking her mind.
Yeah. No, both me as a player and my character's assumption about Pashini is the following. Pashini is actually incredibly capable and probably can get us out of the situation by some sort of nonviolent means. But I'm torn because Alucard is also like, I am charged with making sure that one doesn't die. So I can't like stay back here entirely, but I also, if I do any aggression, then this is anything that's interpreted as aggression, we're all fucked.
Ray, thanks for the bits. But yeah, that's all I've got for today. I'm just gonna let you guys know I didn't write notes for today because I wasn't sure what was gonna happen. So I didn't know how you guys were gonna deal with her, and I didn't know how the teleport was gonna go if you guys chose it. So yeah.
We're all having the same
The issue now is I actually have to think what Pashini is going to do because I was like, it's the most scariest thing, and she wants to befriend it. Like that's her thing. I know for a fact that's what she would do, but I'm sitting here like, what the hell is she going to talk about? Because she's been calling it goldfish for the past couple of days.
But hey, it's a gold dragon, so it's less likely to murder you in your sleep.
Exactly.
Yeah, when you said metallic of some kind, I was like, well, it won't automatically kill us. It's not a white dragon.
And resistant to fire, so...
I am gonna let you guys know, though. You guys know how I work. I don't operate on the general scale of alignment, so...
No, I know. That's why I'm also like, it
won't vampires
automatically kill us.
Vampires can be good, and angels can be bad, so...
Yeah, I have a plan. Whether it works or not, we will see next week.
Is it fitting to say that I've never felt so terrified by a DM casually eating a pumpkin seed, just being like, things can happen. Eats a pumpkin seed. Two players are terrified of death. But it's just like, I wonder what
Boof.
I suppose outros and such are in order.
Yep. Alright, so that's all we've got for today, you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the subs and the hosts and everything. We do have, again, the Patreon and the merch store and the Discord. So come support those. Come hang out. Come hang out in the Discord because we have fun things for introverts and extroverts and everybody in between. And forgot where the merch store was. I should know where the merch store is because I'm wearing my own merch from the merch store. I'm intelligent today. It's okay. But yeah, so come hang out. That's all we've got for today. After everybody says their goodbyes, we will go raid someone. So we'll start with Phil today for the exit.
Hi, I'm Phil. You can find me at Because Rafa on Twitter. You can, of course, find me on Fridays at this channel if you want to see me, continue to see more of me. You can also find me on Monday evenings at 7 p.m. UK time, 2 p.m. Eastern time, on Blood and the Tamesis, which is a Vampire the Masquerade chronicle. If you are unfamiliar with Vampire the Masquerade, please be warned it is a horror game, so just so that you're aware of that. And it's been getting hilarious, interesting, and yeah, it's been such a player playing high level. I'm gonna get killed.
Phoenix.
Hello there, everybody. I am currently trying to keep it together while I internally scream. You can find me at Twitter at Phoenix24fam. We're gonna be fine. Don't worry. This is fine. At Phoenix24fam on Twitter, the Philosophim on Patreon. It's been a little bit slow for me getting poetry and other pieces up there since I just had a lot of family and health related issues the past month, but hopefully getting some more writings up soon. If you want to find a lot of my other works, you can go look at Art for Ourselves, where a lot of my personal essays, especially around disability, trans issues, and every now and then TTRPG stuff creeps in, so that's a fun stuff to think about. And I'm also the DM for Adventures in Agni, where we've had a week-long break, but we're going to be back hopefully tomorrow evening, where we're going to get into more of exploring the world. Yeah, I think that's everything. I am fine. This is fine. We're all fine. Gonna go cry.
Nuka.
I'm Nuka Puka on pretty much all social media. I'm in Ori's Monday game, Shadows and Starlight, and my character has done a big bad thing that's kind of screwed itself up. What else? I've got some art stuff that I do sometimes, and I've got some projects coming in for mainly dungeon masters for creating environments and landscapes for their games, which hopefully I will have open for commissions probably January next year, just because I have to do a few things before then. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
We may have a guest next week.
Ooh, who's the guest?
I can tell you. You'll find out. This one I want to keep secret.
Can our guest be playing the Ancient Dragon?
That might be my plan.
Oh god.
But yeah, I am the Lady Ori. You can find me most places as the _lady_Ori. I did it right. I never do. It's great. But you can find me here, Twitter, ArtStation, but my ArtStation's different. It's on my Twitter. You'll just have to find it there. But I have commissions closed right now. They will be open again November, something like second week of November. I can't remember what date I said. We will not have a session October, what day was it? Or November 1st. We will not have a session November 1st because I will be in Seattle for Extra Life, and we'll be streaming in person with Dumpstat Charisma. I'll be running Legend of the Five Rings game for that, and I'll be playing in another game. But yeah, we will, you can find us all in our lovely places. We love you guys. Thanks for watching. We're going to raid. Looks like We Are Nerdsmith is live, so we're gonna raid them. So, what should our raid cry be? Oh no, it's a dragon.
If you haven't already sent it, you could just have it be must go faster, must go faster, must go faster.
Gotta go fast.
No, I'm just thinking of Jurassic Park. That's where my head is going.
Oh, yeah.
Faster.
My head went straight to Ricky Bobby. This is fine. There we go. This is fine.
It's fine. This is fine. Oh my god, it's even more fitting because it's fire. Oh god. I just remembered that.